is just fantastic. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at, okay. Hassan is yet again skirting the lines of acceptable decorum and openly violating terms of service on Twitch. Again. Now, if he does get punished, I expect nothing more than a one-day ban on a Saturday, which means it'll actually benefit him to have that one day off. Up until this point, this hypocrite has been laughing about the fact people are calling out his socialist views with the expensive clothes he buys, citing it as a hobby. There is nothing hobby about being a capitalist, you absolute spanner. I would use the word plonker, but that might violate terms of service on YouTube for profanities. Dipshit. Where Hassan has crossed the line is into a territory I, on a regular basis, at least once a year, cover, doxing. Now I'm going to insert the disclaimer, do not dox. If you try and find a way to justify doing such, you are a terrible person. Does that mean I want to dox you? No. Should you be doxed for that? No. Should you learn to have some basic standards? Yes. Rule 0, don't be a dick. It's a basic rule of the internet. If you can't abide that rule, the internet is not the place for you, because eventually the purchase you made by crossing that line will come back to bite you hard. In the case of Hassan, people know he lives in a very expensive home, in a very expensive area. He makes a lot of money and is protected by Twitch. People know he is a monster they have created, which is why they refuse to do anything about him. Just because he's protected does not mean you are as well. And you, the lowly plebeians like myself, the oikari, the muggles, well, I'm not a muggle, but you all are, not my viewers, those that abide Hassan's drivel. You need to learn to be better, because eventually this will come back to harm everyone else, as more rules are implemented and then everyone pays the price. Why? Because Hassan's actions have poisoned it for everyone else. Doxing is fundamentally wrong. No one should be doing it, and don't try and insert excuses of, but this person is this or believes this. No, no, no. Much like absolute free speech, there is no but to it, like doxing. You can't justify it. Don't try me. So how does this all, mentioning doxing that is, tie into Hassan? Well, we have some tweets to go through. Livestream fails. Hassanabi, hashtagged of course. Hassan finds Chatter's YouTube channel, shows it to his stream while waving around his toy gun. The clip is 49 seconds long, and I'm going to insert the following beforehand. Why are you waving a gun, even a toy, during a live stream? Why do you think that's remotely cool?
Oh, you found his account?
Today, I will show you 3 ways you can use your smart...
Wait, this is the guy?
First thing we want to do is download the YouTube VPN app, which we can do through the first link in the description.
What are you gonna do, bro? Write a petition? Let's do a crusade, he says.
Additionally, it's amusing to me that Hassan finds the Chatter's channel and tries to insult the guy who, in the video itself, is doing a tutorial video. Just a thing, tutorial videos are remarkably useful. I looked up one yesterday on how to use enamel paint on models, because I haven't used enamel paint since I was like 11, and even then I didn't use it properly, and it ruined a lot of my very old metal Warhammer models. So why are you trying to mug this guy off?
Let's do a crusade, he says. Let's hang Hassan and Mamdani for treason, he says.
Fun fact, Hassan went after the wrong person. Not a joke. They weaponized the chat and went after the wrong person. That's how special needs Hassan is. He relies on everyone else to tell him what the fact is, and then he waves a apparent airsoft pistol around while allegedly doxing somebody at the same time. How stupid is that? Like, seriously, how stupid are you? So to the next tweet, we go to Dan Can't Tweet. Hassan doxes a user while threatening them with a firearm. This happened on his last stream, no ban. I think I understand why in the last 24 hours some smaller Twitch streamers are starting to also publicly follow his actions now. Everyone should follow what he does, because you need to see where the line in the sand is for people like Hassan. I'm not saying go and watch his streams or reactors of his streams, but you need to pay some modicum of attention. Where the line is for Hassan is not the same place for the rest of us. He can get away with virtually anything. Included is a 2-minute 30-second clip. I'll play a piece of that here.
Him, the last person who couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Okay, fair enough.
As you may or
Go on a fishing expedition? Try to fucking put malware in my phone? Is that what you're gonna do? You skinny bitch. Ugly ass. That's not him, it's this.
Hey yo, that ass G, my bad pimp. That's just what happened when you a motherfucking real ass boss.
Does he even show his face in it?
Ping for US servers is kind of high, or there is...
Oh no, it's even worse.
Continuing. At Twitch, staff was definitely watching this live as well. They saw Hassan break one of the most serious rules on Twitch, did nothing, then banned the chatter site-wide. Wacky stuff at Dan Clancy. Might want to have your general counsel look into Meta versus Khalees and YOLO versus Bride. Doxing of any kind is prohibited by Twitch's community guidelines even if the perpetrators only expose information available via the public record. Second image, violence and threats. Highlighted, use of weapons to physically threaten, intimidate, harm or kill others. Terms of service. And self-destructive behavior. Highlighted, we also prohibit activity that may endanger your life, lead to your physical harm, or encourage others to engage in physically harmful behavior. That's interesting, because a ban from Twitch support for driving bad is 7 days. How long do you get for waving around a firearm while doxing a user live in front of 30,000 people? Let me know, Dan Clancy, you now have personal knowledge of this, and you'll have to explain what does or does not happen next. People saying it's airsoft have no idea if it is or not. Hassan does own an airsoft gun, but that would also be the perfect cover he needs to also be a regular G19, which he won't confirm or deny. Intent is all that matters. He is threatening and doxing a viewer with a weapon. Final tweet in this thread. Hey, Dan Clancy, Twitch support and Twitch. I heard you were ignoring emo reports, so I wanted to let you know the following was submitted for both Hassan and Central Committee. Good luck finding a reason to ignore them. This has now been reported on every available system. People are reporting Hassan for this one act again, and I wonder how many it will take for Twitch to pay attention to the fact their rules exist for everyone. It is not one rule for me but not for thee in the context of Hassan. He has violated the rules. He is not one of those gun educational channels you see on YouTube. He is waving an alleged firearm about and insulting another person for the type of content they make. Just the thing, don't look down on other creators. It doesn't matter what you make, the only creators worth looking down upon are AI farming for click losers, because they're too lazy to make their own stuff, because they steal it from literally everyone else. And reaction streamers, like you, Hassan, the lowly lolcow oik that you are. Dan also tweeted, doxing is legal now on Twitch, I guess. Included is a clip.
Alright chat, we're gonna find out who Finsane is. This guy's account is an old account. I want you guys to do everything you can to find Finsane's posts on every website. Let's find it out. Let's find out what his public posts are. Hey, I found you. Let's see some of your tweets. What have you liked? Oh wait, you have a private? This is what you retweet, bro? This is it? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Why'd you run away? I gave you the attention you wanted. Blue Daisy. Okay, we've got another one. I think this might be the guy, right? You're Canadian. It seems like you're disabled.
Don't you just love it when super woke progressive idiots, the tolerant left, and yes, I'm going to use these buzzwords because it seems accurate, can't help but cross the lines believing themselves immune to the consequence of them. One day you will suffer because your channels will become more irrelevant as people start to pay more attention to what is or is not fact. Hassan gets his fact from his audience. He doesn't have any fact in his head, it's too busy being choked by that rather thick neck of his. So how did the online space react to this? Well, we have some clips and tweets for that as well. We'll start with Asmongold.
He already got site-wided? Oh, yeah, they already got f***ing clapped. Hanged.
Oh! Twitch staff simultaneously instant bans anyone who insults Hassan while does nothing while he doxes and threatens to chatter with a firearm in front of an audience. That's crazy. To pull out a gun and be waving it around on stream? Wow. Wow, that's a lot. The gun's loaded, he's having issues holding it while aiming it at himself? Well, I don't know if the gun's loaded or not, I have no idea.
Is he wrong? No. People have said that Asmon's become more based as time has gone by. I don't know if that's true or not. I just want to point out that Twitch's blatant hypocrisy.
Do you think Twitch will do anything? Will Twitch do anything of Hassan going over and then talking about shooting somebody or implying that he's going to shoot somebody? Is Twitch going to do anything? I really wonder. I've got a feeling I know the answer to that, and I've got a feeling that everybody knows the answer to that.
Is actually making it more unwelcoming an environment for game streamers like myself. Tectone points out some hypocrisy in this by saying, Hassan threatens viewers' life, doxes them and pulls a gun out. No ban. I call a woman fat. 2 weeks. Are we starting to understand the issue now? Rev says I love my wife. So let me get this straight. Hassan displayed a gun live on Twitch with the intent to threaten a content creator who he tried to dox, who he also mistakenly confused as one of his haters, but has not received any punishment from Twitch. Incredible stuff at Twitch. What I'm intrigued with is the lack of apology from Hassan. Truly, Star, you guys missed the best part of the Hassan gun clip. While acting so tough, his magazine slips out. He puts it back in and proceeds to swing it around and point it at himself.
This fucking dude who is advocating to this fucking dude who's advocating to hang me for treason is mad at me, okay, is mad at me and doesn't realize that.
Now, like Star, I know nothing about guns, but many did say, regardless, it's still airsoft. I think that's missing a point here of waving something that can hit you in the head. It's a level of stupidity from somebody who's clearly not that practiced in holding such an item. I was watching his trigger finger. It wasn't the safest of positions when he kept moving it about. Legal mindset. Just to be clear, if Twitch fails to act on this strongly, they open the door to a host of issues, legal and non-legal. And there's truth to that. They have rules on doxing, they have rules on those pew-pew devices. They have rules that are very clear on this. If they can go ham attacking the thoughts, they need to hold a level of consistency and energy even for someone like Hassan. And I should point out, Hassan's not the biggest streamer on your platform, so why are you so desperate to protect him? Why is it so important to you, Twitch, to protect this cretin? He's on the downward turn. He's not some messiah or hero, and no, I'm not going to insert a Life of Brian quote here. He is none of those. He's a thorn, one that is poisonous and harming the platform itself. It will not get better if you are not seen making sure he deals with it. If he pulls this stunt on YouTube as well, YouTube will then be held accountable as well. People will be told to hold that energy. They have to. If you keep protecting people like him, like Twitch has protected Pokimane in the past, you're only, thankfully Pokimane's outside the top 10 for biggest female streamers, so we don't have to think about her that much these days, but those cookies were a rip-off. Hassan tried to justify that, don't forget, guys. Yeah, real socialist guy, that is. If Twitch don't see or act, or have seen and refuse to act, this will only get worse for them as more people start to stream elsewhere or multi-stream, which Twitch don't like, but more will do it. You keep banning and unbanning Tectone, and I don't think he gives a shit anymore, because he's very active on other platforms. Your biggest streamers right now, including Asmongold, actively saying, guys, stream everywhere. So they are. That's going to start to hurt you the more you act like absolute Nintendos. Now, as we reach the end of this video, I would love to know what all of you wonderful people think. Please do let me know in the comments down below. I shall be streaming on Twitch and Kick, and on Rumble in fact as well later. I'll link all three down below. Hope to see you there. I know it's the 4th of July, so I don't expect many to turn up. But if anyone does, please, we're playing Planet Base. Have a wonderful day if not, and thank you all so much for listening.